Today's video, guys, we're revisiting an old friend. That is Mango Fish, the #1 Fizz player in the world. Currently 1200 LP on the Korean server and over 1500 LP on the Chinese super server. This man is an absolute monster. You can see he puts up huge performances, even in Korean Challenger against players like Knight, like Faker, Chovy, these big names. 23-0, 16-2, 9 CS per minute, 9, 10 CS per minute. He's versing huge names, but still just putting up incredibly consistent performances with Fizz, one of the best champions in solo queue at the moment. So without further ado, let's break his gameplay down and jump straight onto Summoner's Rift. Jumping onto the Rift now, guys, taking a look at the matchup, it's Fizz into Victor. Victor, of course, probably one of the most, if not the most popular mage at the moment. And the player he's versing is Knight, definitely regarded as one of the best, if not the best mid laner in the world. So this matchup's going to be great. Mango Fish with his Void Fizz skin. Trademark when he starts tryharding usually brings this bad boy out. And he starts E with the Corrupting Potion into this Victor. And of course, one thing you notice, especially for these short-range champions like the Fizz or like the Echo we did for the Xiaolai ban, you'll notice into ranged matchups, guys, just play passive early. Don't automatically get chunked and lose the lane before you get levels and actually hit a spike at all, okay? Some people in lower elos will literally just move up into the lane deep level 1, where they can't trade, and they'll just automatically get chunked while trying to CS instead of foregoing like 1 or 2 creeps in the early game and holding on, waiting for level 2, level 3, where you can start to come into your own power spikes. Just use your brains, guys. Play towards your advantages, not their advantages, alright? Fizz's advantage, what is it? It's level 3 all-ins. Fizz goes for level 3, level 4 all-ins. What's Victor's advantage in the early game? He has long range. He has great auto attacks. He has a shield on his Q at level 1 if he needs it. There's a lot of stuff there for Victor in the early game and Fizz not. So just be patient. Let the wave shove into you. No stress. As you can see, Kindred looking to wrap around for this gank now. So Knight has to... Oh, this is Tian, actually. 2019 world champion, the Kindred. And you saw Knight blew his exhaust. And because Mango Fish, he allowed his wave to get shoved in, Knight is at a huge... weak point. Kindred comes around, blows the exhaust, and now Mango Fish mentally will take note of this, as Knight has to blow all his potions, and he'll be at a disadvantage just from this early game. Yes, maybe he had a slight CS advantage, but definitely not worth it. So Knight has to take a really bad base. Fizz gonna shove this in under tower, and let's see what he can do with this slight advantage in the early game he gets over the Victor. Huge wave's gonna crash. You have 2 options now. You can either roam bot lane, look for a dive, or base. There's 3 options. Stay in lane. But why would you stay in lane? Like, Victor's stuck on a tower for such a long period. So he opts to base. You guys should be looking for these early bases if you can. He gets a Dark Seal and he gets his boots. Standard. The thing about hard shoving that wave in, and you have around about a 10-15 second window where you can roam or you can base, because there's literally nothing that Victor can do. He can't hard shove the wave in. The wave is going to be sitting mid lane, so try and make at least some net positive on the map rather than just sitting mid and just twiddling your thumbs, doing nothing, waiting for the wave. Ward's over, onto the chickens. And now he'll look to start to ramp up. Gets that Electrocute proc onto the Victor. Of course, guys, the rune page, it's an Electrocute setup. Secondary, he goes Triumph with Coup de Grace, I believe you how you pronounce it. As you can see, Mango Fish continuously looking to chunk out this Victor now. Now, why does he look for this continued trade? Look at the items. You have Corrupting Potion. Victor has no potions. Well, he had potions and he's using them, but you have 3 stacks of Corrupting. You should permanently be looking to trade, even if it's a bad trade, as Flash has come out, and that is a solo kill for the Fizz, the Fish, in the early game. Level 5 solo. No Flash on the Victor now, and we are coming into level 6. Where Mango Fish just gonna drop the ultimate and get another kill. What can you do if you're a Victor with no Flash against a Fizz? You're dead. Nothing you can do. So we grab that kill for ourselves. Very easy dive. Lands the E, waits the Flash. Flash QW. Puts the Ignite down, and we are good to go. As a Doran's Ring is purchased. A lot of players may go for the Amp Tome, but he goes for the Doran's Ring, wants a little bit more health. Gets a control ward for himself. Head back to the lane, look for that level 6 all-in. Fizz, it's a very explosive champion in the early game. Mango Fish gets solo kills. I'd say not every game, but every second game on average in Challenger, he's actually getting solo kills, even pre-6. Which is, you'd think to yourself, okay, these players are professionals. They know how to not get soloed. But Mango is just incredible at manipulating and pressuring around cooldowns. I remember when I versed him, I got solo killed, I think twice in my laning phase. I played Talia. I just genuinely didn't really... It's either give all CS or die. I only had two terrible options. As level 6 comes around, hits the ultimate, second solo kill of the game. Just makes it look too easy, doesn't it? One thing about Mango as well, like he keeps his CS numbers very high. So even when he doesn't go high kills in the early game, he has a lot of gold income. I see lower elo Fizzes definitely struggle with this. They get 5 or 6 CS per minute. Sure, they're getting the solo kills as well, but you're missing out on so much extra gold from resources that if you don't get all these kills, you're completely useless and you can't take over the game. Mango will take over the game regardless of getting the kills. He'll come into his nice power spikes consistently throughout the game as we grab an Amp Tome, and that is some Lucidity Boots, very common. Obviously, I've done reviews on Mango in the past, and there's one thing that we know. He rushes cooldown reduction. He rushes Hourglass. Nothing's changed. Hourglass, still the standard first rush on Fizz at the moment. Some Fizzes like the Hextech Rocket Belt, but not Mango. He has never opted for that Proto Belt or that Rocket Belt in the early game or at all in his games. Prefers that cooldown reduction, and prefers the invulnerability from the Hourglass active that he can rush and get. As if you guys hear thunder or rain, a storm is coming through in Australia and hit me. Pray my internet doesn't get exploded. Fish is up in 1 second. Let's look for it. Now remember, you can animation cancel the R if you Q. If you Q R instantly, you can animation cancel it. Exhaust is available for the Victor, so the all-in's a little bit harder. As Knight's not really respecting without flash. I want to see this all-in. CS is dead even. It looks like Mango just going to hard shove the wave in and maybe look for a dive somewhere. Or provide some vision for himself. Sweepers, looking topside. The Camille, huge advantage over this Aurelia. It's going to be mid-verse topside as the Herald has been started. You stupid. Oh my god, he just blind ults? Who is this guy? He's crazy. Grabs the kill. Is Shelly going to finish him? Hell no. Gets the kill under the Kazakhs. Third kill of the game. 6 stacks on that Dark Seal now. Love watching this guy's Fizz. Very confident. You have to be on this champion, don't you? Fiendish Codex. Getting that cooldown reduction towards the Hourglass. Now, Mango, he streams, guys, on Huya, I believe. I'll put a link to his stream down below if you want to try and catch him live. I don't know if he streams every day, but probably close to it. He's a very famous streamer. A lot of these high elo one tricks are. They all love to stream. Not usually on Twitch. Usually the Huya does better for them. I think there's only some of the Korean pros and Doper and stuff stream on Twitch, but the others not so much.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Ultimate in 10 seconds. Knight has both summoners, but Mango is going to be hunting for this blue buff, no doubt. Ult just came up. I would have loved to see him drag the wave there. I guess he didn't really want to bother. Because you could have just pulled that wave, ran into the bush. That's probably what someone like Faker would have done just then. But I guess Mango, maybe he wants to opt for a hard shove. Yeah, he does. Okay. And now maybe he wants to move on the map rather than just sitting mid with the freeze. Freezes are great, but if you've got to be other places on the map, it's terrible, right? Because obviously, you're stuck in the mid lane. So your hard shoves get the plate, 2 level advantage, 1 level advantage now. And him and his support are going to roam around the map. Remember to get that sweeper early. If you're playing these assassins like the Fizz, like the Zed, sweeper early, always going to get you flash. Oh my god. Perfectly played. When he went up on that E, I knew he was looking for his flash. Flash is over for the 4th kill, hits that pike up. Thank you for the gold, my friend. Probably not a friend, honestly. as we get the Zhonya's Hourglass complete at 1050. Now look at the map state right now. Look at the minimap. A lot of low elo mids would run straight down mid. I'm mid lane. I run down mid. It's my lane. There's 4 people there, stupid. What are you gonna do? They're gonna grab all the farm and the resource. Where's all the gold and XP gonna be? It's top lane. Run top. Run towards, you're gonna get that resource, that extra items for your spike. Why would you ever run mid? I have this problem a lot, especially with even like top or bot laners. If I do a roam and I stay in that lane, they just really struggle mentally with going to another lane. I'm not sure why. I guess maybe they feel nervous. They don't want to, that's their lane. Get out, you know, their pride in there. I don't know. But anyways, we got to get over that. Fizz hard channeling in the top lane. And look how easy this, like this wave clear from level 9 onwards. If you have good tempo, you're just, ooh, ultimate comes out. Looking at the Camille. Animation doesn't get stopped. But the Kindred wants to try and deny the farm. It might be a little bit risky. This Camille, 9 CS per minute. The Fizz is just going to sweep it out. Somebody's here. Looking like a death. Camille ult comes through. Hey, Kindred's here though. Oh, not gonna ult for me? Okay. I see how it is, bro. All goods. And they just grabbed the gold lead. Blue side just grabbed the gold lead from that fight. Huge shutdown. Interesting. Really bad coordination between Mango Fish and Tian. As Knight slowly building up a CS advantage for himself. You can't write these professional mid laners off. They have very good farming capabilities. Their macro is great. They know where to get resources. It's very hard to put them down. Even when you get this slight lead on them, it's very hard to get actual resource advantages. As Mango, loving this side lane at the moment, drops down into the bot lane. Now the second item is where this build is changed in the preseason, where he used to go Lichbane into Deathcap. Now he goes Liandry. He gets mana. He goes Liandry's for that burn, which obviously synergizes with Fizz's passive. And you're just going to be allowed... Is it passive or W passive? How do I not know this? The burn. Fizz has burn. Anyways, you end up getting double burn. Double the burn. What more could you want? And extra mana, cooldown reduction. You can't hate it. Maybe it's because you used to get the 10% CDR from the Lichbane. He wants max CDR, so he needs to get that extra CDR from the Liandrys. Because you get 10 or 20 haste from Liandrys. I think it's 10. Ludens maybe get 10, maybe get 20. I know they're buffing the Everfrost. 20. I don't know. Things are hard. Numbers are too hard. Let's just watch him try and siege up onto the mid lane. 2k gold behind the enemy team, surprisingly. All you have to do is look at the top lane and you see where that gold's come from. As Camille gets that engage on. Oh, comes through. Mango has E. Kindred grabs it. Gonna try and get onto the Pike here. Pike probably will die to the burn. Shut down over to the Kindred. And the gold's dead even again. What a game. Got 2 dragons on red side though. So they've definitely got the advantage in my opinion. As Ludens has been completed by the Victor. I've seen a lot of Victors rushing Imperial Mandate. Because once you get the full upgrade on Victor's new Hex Core kind of thing, all your abilities slow. So when you get that Mandate, of course, the slow is going to be affecting that. You get a lot of extra damage. It's a really good item for that Victor. But Knight opts for the Ludens. I'm guessing he's going Ludens into the... There's no way he's going Archangel. He has to be going Muramana, right? Which is getting nerfed on Wednesday, guys. 2 days time or 3 days time if you're American. That Orianna build that I showed you is getting nerfed. They're taking it away on ability power damage. It has to be physical damage. As we see a Lost Chapter now come out by Mango. Has a Fiendish Codex as well. His cooldown is currently... What is his cooldown at the moment? 30? 35? I think it goes cooldown per level. We're getting up there. We should be maxed out with the blue buff for sure. We drop into the side lane. God, mid lane. We really haven't been mid lane, have we? We're a side lane monster. Max E followed by W. Q max last, guys. Pretty common. And do you see how he wave clears? It's always important to watch these one tricks, how they clear waves. Because you may be clearing your waves inefficiently. He gets an auto onto all those front minions, and then his E's clears the whole wave out for free, as Irelia actually gets a solo into Camille. And that's got to give you a little bit of confidence if you're going for this red side team. Two level advantage as well over the Victor. But I think Fizz is actually getting a slight nerf as well in the next patch. Apparently he has been performing as one of the best AP assassins in the game, I believe it. But I've been seeing so many different builds for Fizz. Mango, of course, loving this one, but I've seen some other ones. You got the Rocket Belt, you got the Night Harvester, there's heaps of other builds going around. As R comes out, lands onto Knight. Knight waiting for it, just moving in here. Just insta-E's. So with your E, guys, you can either E and wait for it to drop, or you just E and you go straight into the direction of your mouse. Mango is known for doing very fast E's. I struggle with this a lot. Comes off in an awkward spot. Just going to practice till and test it out. But he just instantly gets Knight. Knight blows no summoners. Drops for the 5th kill for Mango and his 4th death for Knight. Tragic, really, as the game is getting blown out a little bit. And this is what you want to do as Fizz. With 9 CS per minute, we've got such an advantage. 3 level advantage on Knight. Drop into the side lane, guys. If the enemy mid lane can't match you, somebody else has to. And if no one can match you, you have free reign on the bot lane. And if they don't react, you'll take all their resources. And if they do react, just go for the outplays. You got this. Get that sweeper to try and deny vision. 9 stacks in the Dark Seal. I'd love to see a Medjai's come out now. Liandry's Medjai's should be the next buy. How is ultimate back up? What the hell? 55-second cooldown. Drops the ignite. Knight has summoners, remember. We could flash Q. We're going to do it. Yes, sir. Grab that kill for ourselves. Another solo. Fizz ult is too short of a cooldown. I've always said it. It needs to be short. It needs to be increased by 20 seconds. But 4 levels. What is this disgustingness? As we're sitting on 2.7. Liandry's Medjai's should be the buy. Liandry's Medjai's, maybe a control if he has enough gold. And we're going to go to the top side where the farm is. People, let's try and just teach everybody where to be on the map, you know? If you're a solo carry like this, I wouldn't say he's a solo carry, but the biggest carry of the team, go towards the resource, guys. Come on. So he'll hard shove this in probably and then look to cut across, look for a team fight. It's what any assassin player likes to get the waves and they cut across, look for the fight. If the fight's not there, they'll go back top lane, shove that in, then come back and look. Moving in deep now with the sweeper. He cannot be spotted. Nobody knows where he's at. He sees the pike. Looking for the R. Throws it blindly. No one's there. He loves throwing this. I mean, look, it's a 40, what is it, 50-second cooldown now. Who cares about using it? Guys, we're going to have to be a little bit careful here. This Camille bloody strong. Pike moving in. Team moving out. Victor. Knight is going that Miramana, that AD damage for that increased auto. We got a soul point. Full red side as well coming up. This Pike bloody aggressive. I reckon Fizz can almost one-bang him. Fizz ult in 7 seconds. Grabs that kill onto the Victor. We've got Medjai's, remember, so we're stacking it. Ult misses. Cleanse comes out from Kai'Sa. Hey, good luck, mate. Definitely gonna work. E onto the Camille. Footer shut down. 9th kill of the game. 22 stacks on the Medjai's. He makes it look so easy. He plays around cooldowns very well. And because obviously he's max CDR, like, the cooldowns are so low, And on top of that, he has the Hourglass as well. So if he's ever in danger, he Hourglasses. By the time he comes up, all his cooldowns are off. And he's ready to go for another rotation. Very hard champion to deal with. Very fun champion to play. But of course, it's not as easy as this man makes it look. You need to know your damage numbers, your cooldowns, what walls, how to jump correctly. There's a lot more that goes into this Fizz than you'd think. Surviving the early game when you're against ranged champions. There's a lot that goes into it, guys. Practice in a couple of normal games if you could. Next up for the build, Lichbane. To nobody's surprise. Sometimes he would like to go Death Cap because of the AP ratios. But of course, Lichbane, the empowered AP. Lichbane's super strong at the moment. You pretty much QW and they're one shot. You don't even need the E, you don't need the R. Ultimate, is it up? Why do I even ask? QR. The burn's gonna grab him anyway. How easy is that? Knight completely disrespecting this Fizz. Jumping into these side lanes and just getting eaten alive, quite literally. Looking like a Baron Nashor has been started. Kindred grabs it. We can't make it in time, so what do? We grab all the resources. We take the Grump, level 16 now. I want to see what the cooldown reduction on this ultimate is at the moment. 40 seconds? Jesus. 40-second cooldown, yep. On a Fizzar. So just spam that ability as much as you can. Just Knight available now. Does that will just burn him down. Legendary there for Mango Fish. 12, 1, and 3. And they're looking to run it in for a bloody dub here. What a good game to watch. Love Fizz. I don't know why. Like, I probably know why. Like, I don't put enough games in on Fizz. I can pop off on Fizz, but every second game. So, like, every, 50% of the games I do well, and 50% of the games I screw up in my early game. I fall behind. I can't find the kills. My CS is really down, and I struggle. It's all about consistency. I just need to put more games in. And if you guys are having problems with Fizz as well, it's probably the thing to do for you all as well. So without further ado, guys, that is the end of the VOD. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've learned something. And I'll catch you all next time. Peace.